day, that is the only thing that I have the physical recollection of actually happening. I have to actually have flashbacks of actually seeing myself just beating on these kids. The rest is kind of just real POV, I guess. If I have to really give you guys just a bit of a peek into my mind to just give you what it was like. So I don't really remember much, but I remember a lot at the same time. That's just kind of how executive function disorders kind of works. Your short-term memory just kind of goes back to you, and that's why they say it shows signs of psychosis. That was labeled as psychosis, and I was deemed a threat to society eventually. But after that first fight ensued, swing, that triggered me to black out, and I was fighting on the daily, but I was always just defending myself and defending the people around me, and somehow I was the only one that felt good about that, because the teachers weren't paying attention to the fact that it was a retaliation, so much that they thought that I was something like that. He was way older than me, needless to say, because I was behind a grade. So he was, I guess he was a little bit closer to my age, but he wasn't so much just my age, and he was much bigger than me. And this kid thought it would be a funny idea. I had one of those face masks on, and it had the two eye holes and then the mouth hole. And this kid thought it would be a fun idea to turn this thing backwards and then give me a shove. Well, yeah, of course I slipped on the ice, but I got back up. And what this motherfucker didn't realize is that I had holes in between the fibers that I could see out of. And so I went pretty much like semi-blindfolded, and I grabbed this guy and I threw him down like that, and I had those boots on. I had those boots that have that felted material, I guess is what you would call it. I was trying to find the right words, but it was that felted material that goes up to here, and then, you know, it just kind of extends onto here, but then it's got the rubber toe. It had that hard rubber toe on it. Well, I just decided to add these to my arsenal, because I stood up, and let me just give you guys a better view. Yeah, because I stood up, and I hope this is a good view, but I stood up and I stood over his face, and I just decided to go boom, boom, and I stomped on his face like I think 3 times before teachers came rushing to me, and they pulled me away from him. Well, this kid had to get dental work done just to have his teeth readjusted, because it was that intense.